Morning, folkers. Snapzilla Gorilla, aka The Definition, hitting y'all with another video. This one is in regards to a response video. I'm doing a response video, basically, of the Officer Tatum's response to the Shade Room interview of Joe Biden. Okay, so a young black woman interviewed Joe Biden, asked him several questions, all of which he had issues with, okay? So just to give you some context, because we're starting toward the end of the video, this young woman asked Joe Biden about reparations. She asked him about discrimination of black women in, systematic racism, and Officer Tatum's, Brandon Tatum's issue is the fact that Joe Biden is indeed pandering. I'll give him that. He's a panderer, just like all politicians. Every politician that wants you to allow them to rule over you is going to pander to you, including Donald Trump, including whatever conservative politician you want to name. They're all panders. Okay, they pander to some. That's what they do. That's how they get in the position they're in. Okay, they do that pimp talk. Okay, so they say you're a dream. That's basically what pimping is. They say you're a dream. That's all politicians do it. That's how they get into power. Okay, that's how they put the masses to sleep so they can do what they got to do. Okay, so let's get into this. So one particular segment of this video that I have an issue with is how the Officer Tatum responds to the racism, to the marijuana section. Okay, she asked Joe Biden about marijuana, and Brandon Tatum's response to that proves that he is not indeed into freedom. He does not enjoy freedom. He does not want people to be free. So, and the reason I'm doing this is so that I can show proof of this, because I made a couple other videos about him, basically outlining how he's not into freedom, and people were saying, oh, yes, he is, and blah, blah, blah. Well, here is absolute proof that he's not. Okay, let's get into this.
Point. Our roommates love weed, and they want to know why you don't fully support legalization.
And why is this a question anyway? Out of the few,
it's a question because many black people and others, not just black folks, have been arrested and given harsh sentences for owning a plant, possessing a plant, and having a mutual transaction with another individual or several other individuals to sell that plant. Okay, a mutual transaction where there are no victims. Somebody wanted to buy the weed and somebody sold the weed. Okay, a lot of families have been broken up because they were arrested for selling drugs or possessing drugs that other people wanted, that they're going to get anyway from someone else. Someone is always going to provide this product to the people. Okay, now my personal belief on drugs, I don't like to take anything that I like to stay sober. I don't like anything that alters my perception and has me all wookie and all that shit. I barely like to drink. I like to stay sober. I like to stay alert. I like to stay sharp. That's my personal belief in it. But if others want to enjoy it, so be it. They should be able to enjoy it. Now, it might cause problems for them health-wise, but they made that decision knowing that it could do this. See, that's what freedom is all about. Even though people can do things to harm themselves with this freedom, they should still possess that freedom. Okay? Let's get into it more. That's why they're asking. Okay?
as a presidential candidate, you bring up weed, you don't bring up schools, you don't bring up gun violence, you don't bring up what they're going to do about young entrepreneurs, what you're going to do about the economy.
So let's get into the either or fallacy, okay? Number one, she's grown. She can ask whatever question she feels like she wants to ask, even if people feel like it's a stupid question or it's a waste of time, okay? It's not either. Just because she asked about marijuana doesn't mean that these other things are important. It's just this is what she focused on, okay? It's not either or. It's not either you ask about gun violence or marijuana. If you want to know about that, why don't you ask Joe Biden about gun violence in schools and shit. If that's what you want to do, you know, that's up to you. I mean, but at the same token, it's your right. You have the freedom and the right to wonder why this woman is asking about marijuana and not gun violence in schools and shit like that. See how that works? You know what I'm saying? And I'm only saying this because you'll see. Watch.
No, how are you going to help people who are out of prison? How are you going to help them be more successful? What are you going to do about their criminal record? What are you going to do about the culture? They don't ask you about none of that. They want to talk about racism and weed.
You talk about marijuana. Everybody said Biden says it's a gateway drug. I don't think it's a gateway drug. I think we should totally decriminalize the use of marijuana and the possession of marijuana.
I agree.
Not only decriminalize it, if you have ever been convicted of anything having to do with marijuana possession or use, your record gets wiped clean. By that I mean, you will legally be able to say if you were arrested and if you were put in prison, that guess what? When you do a job application, if you've ever been arrested or in prison, you can legally say no. When I say wiped clean, I mean wiped clean, and be entitled to every program that's available to help people move forward. This is where it gets confused.
Now, do you guys really believe that he wants to have all that happen? Or is he just pandering to black folks because he knows that he needs to hold on to the black vote? You know, as an aside to the whole Officer Tatum thing. I believe that he has so much black support because of Obama, but he's not proving that he deserves any vote. No politician has proven that. No politician deserves your vote to rule over you, to allow them to rule over you. Okay?
Is to say it may have an impact on mental health for some people. I don't think we should criminalize it at all, but we should at least study it. Science makes a difference.
Now, roomies, regardless of which candidate you want to win the election, just make sure you get out and vote.
Now, I have my opinions about marijuana. I don't know, again, why are we talking about marijuana? We should do research. We should decriminalize it. No, man, you should follow the law. You should follow the doggone law. It's not that hard. Why have I never been arrested for marijuana? Except when I was 8 years old. Because I quit smoking it. I quit using it. It was against the law. It's not like I need it.
You see this? He's sitting up telling people that people shouldn't do something that they enjoy, something that they're doing for themselves, and something they're not forcing onto others. He's telling you that you shouldn't do what you feel you want to do with your own body and enjoy marijuana if that's what you want to do. It's a plant that you smoke. It's not doing anything to anybody other than the person that's smoking it. Now, if you're smoking around, you shouldn't smoke around kids or other people who don't want to be around the smoke. So either that person can leave or you can leave, right? But as long as, because of secondhand smoke and stuff like that. But other than that, people should be able to enjoy partaking in a plant. I mean, so what if the law says that, you can't do it? You know what I'm saying? So what if the law says that? Screw the law. You're not creating a victim when you smoke marijuana. You're not creating a victim when you sell marijuana to someone else. And when you allow people to do that, and when you're allowed to do it without worry about being arrested or persecuted for it, that's absolute true freedom. But what he's talking about right now is not freedom. Oh, some guy said that you can't do something that you want to do for yourself. So you should follow that law. You shouldn't do it because somebody told you can't do it. That's not freedom, pimping.
Wrong now. I can smoke marijuana, but I do not want to. Why? Because it's illegal. Why do the government?
Now you hear him? He doesn't want to, so others shouldn't want to. You shouldn't be able to do it because he feels like you shouldn't be able to do it. Because he doesn't want to do it. Because he wants to follow the law. Okay. If you want laws, if you want someone to rule over you, well, go ahead and have at it. That's also, you're free to do that. You have the right to be ruled over if that's what you want. But you shouldn't force others to be ruled over just because that's what you want. You understand what I'm saying? That's not freedom. You're free to be ruled over. You're free to follow the law. Laws that really don't go against criminals. Laws that just goes against people's freedoms. If that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. Simple as that. You follow the law and don't smoke weed. That doesn't mean that someone else who wants to smoke weed should go with what you want to go with. You understand what I'm saying? You see how many different ways I'm saying it, just so you simpletons can understand? You people who say that the officer Tatum does enjoy freedom, he does not enjoy freedom. By this simple declaration that he's making right now, he does not enjoy freedom. He wants you to be locked up and fined for possessing a plant.
All I have to do is follow the law. When the law changes and it's legal.
Oh, also, there are laws that says that you can't catch rainwater that naturally falls from the sky. The government doesn't turn on the rainwater. The government doesn't have a patent on rainwater. The government doesn't. I mean, what are you talking about? So a law says you can't catch rainwater, so you shouldn't be able to catch rainwater. You see what I'm saying? He's not a freedom lover. Stop saying that. Stop acting like he enjoys freedom when he does not. He wants others to be ruled over because he feels like that's what should be done. See what I'm saying? You law lovers, you politician lovers, you ruler lovers, y'all go somewhere else with all that, and y'all form your own community where you can be ruled over and leave the rest of us the hell alone. That's really what it's all about.
Oh, you shouldn't get your record clean because you were breaking the law and somehow now they've changed. That doesn't make any sense. Now are you going to
It makes all the sense because you damaged that person's life for possessing a plant. And if they get out of prison for that plant possession and they can't get a job, they can't function in society because society has shunned them because they own the plant. What are you talking about? Doesn't make sense. It makes absolute sense that if they legalize marijuana and realize that there was an error in the fact that they made it illegal in the first place, and they erroneously arrested all these hundreds of thousands of people whose lives were ruined because they possessed a plant, and somebody else decided that they should possess a plant. It does absolutely make sense. What the hell are you talking about? This type of thing that irks me about people like him, they have such a huge following, and so many people listen to what they're saying, and they're being led down the wrong path. They're being led down the path towards more just continuous, perpetual slavery. I bring up his huge following because it's dangerous, not because I'm jealous, because I wish I had the following. Don't get it twisted. It's because, first of all, I haven't been around YouTube long enough to have his following. Okay, so whatever. So that's not the point. The point is his huge following is dangerous because he's got so many people wrapped in his mentality, his boisterousness and his straightforwardness, right? So people enjoy that. So they're like, okay, well, what he says makes sense. So that makes it harder for people like me who truly enjoy freedom to get free because people won't wake up to the facts. The fact is, people owned a plant. They got arrested for it, locked up for 5 to 20 years. Whether the plant be cocaine, whether the plant be poppy, whether the plant be marijuana. Okay? And their lives were ruined because they possessed this and sold it to people that wanted it. It's simple as that. That's freedom. It's freedom.
Every law is the family of everybody who was electrocuted in the chair. Now that we do lethal injection, are they gonna get some payout? Come on, man. Come on, bro. Y'all, we didn't.
What the hell? No, I didn't get this far in this video. What did he just say? Did he just compare marijuana possession to people who commit crimes that would get them landed in the electric chair? Did he really just do that? Did he go there? Talk about your drama. Just mad dramatic. Should the families of people who got electrocuted get money? What are you talking about? One has nothing to do with the other. What? No one gets sentenced to death for marijuana possession. Okay? Come on, man. And this is who y'all rock with?
Dilli. Now, that concludes their little short interview. I'm hoping that there's more to that. It just bothers me, the questions that were asked.
You hear what he just said? He just judged this video, right, based on a small portion of the video that he saw, okay? Now, remember earlier, he said, oh, they could have asked questions about schools. They could have asked questions about this. They could have asked questions about that. But he doesn't know if they actually asked those questions or not because he didn't watch the whole thing. You see where that's going? You see what's happening here? Come on, man. Come on, Pepe.
Questions that were posed to him. No pushback. Nothing. They said nothing about his son. They said nothing about him being friends with a...
So? What about his son? Okay, his son took money from a corporation in other countries. That's not... They're talking... I mean, so what? So what? First of all, if you really want to get into it, none of this shit even matters because it doesn't matter who they choose to rule over you. You're still going to have a ruler. It doesn't matter what happens in this person's past. Now, when shit comes up about Trump's past, y'all want to just brush it aside, all with this, that, and the third. But, I mean, this might not have been in the past, but when there's scandals brought up about Trump, y'all defend it to the high heavens. See the hypocrisy? I mean, he was accused of raping a woman, right? He was accused of molesting a 14-year-old. Remember that? I don't know what happened with that, but, you know, and he said some creepy shit about his own daughter, okay, Ivanka, in several interviews. So, I mean, let's stop the hypocrisy here.
They said nothing about anything crucial about Joe Biden. Why he's been in the Senate for, 30-some years and have done nothing. Why him and Obama didn't do nothing for black people. None of those questions came up. None.
What? How Barack and him have done nothing for black people? But I thought that's what you didn't want. I thought you didn't want people to do things specifically for black people. Now you want them to... I'm confused. What has Trump done for black people? Now, has the employment rate gone up? Yes, for everyone, not just black people. Yes, the employment rate for black people has gone up, but it's going up for every person. Okay. Trump is never going out of his way to do things specifically for black folks, right? I mean, come on, the hypocrisy here. Now, if I'm wrong about that, if he has done specific things for black people during his presidency, Donald Trump, please hit me in the comment section. You know, put a link. Let me know what he did. Okay? And I'll go from there. I'll correct myself. I ain't got no problem with that.
They ask them dumb questions. But this is what some black people do, and they give them the opportunity to just tell you.
Here he goes, going in on black folks.
With that, no pushback. It's a shame. Y'all let me know what you think about this video. What are you thinking? Right in the comment section. Is this absolutely ridiculous or B. Tatum tripping? Like and subscribe to the channel.
Well, I say B. Tatum is tripping because he's not into freedom. You real upset about people possessing the plant, huh, pimping? Well, y'all tell me what y'all think about his response video and my response to his response, especially about the marijuana. I had just proven, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that Brandon Tatum is not into freedom. Okay? Prove me otherwise. Change my mind. Hit me in the comment section. And, you know, I suggest you try to present an argument that's actually in line with what I'm talking about, and not some random shit. And you know, I don't care about ad hominem attacks. Go ahead and do it. That's fine. Perfectly fine. What I'm asking y'all to do is disprove what I'm saying. Disprove it. What I'm saying. So that, because like I said, you might say something that actually makes sense. I'm like, okay, I didn't think of it from that angle. But from a perspective of true, unadulterated, uninfringed freedom, he does not enjoy freedom. Period. You have to go all the way with it. You have to be full bore freedom to be that's it. Freedom that, of course, freedom that would allow you to do what you want to do for yourself. Okay? To enjoy the things that you want to do without being hindered or infringed upon, as long as you don't hurt others. See, now you're not into freedom. When you do harm to others, that's not freedom. Now you're violating someone else's rights. You're violating someone else's freedom because you're doing harm to them. So let's not get it twisted. I'm not saying everybody should do what the hell they want all the time. I'm saying do what you want for yourself, for the things that you enjoy, for the things that you like to do that will only affect you, okay, and won't affect others in a negative way. Now, if you want to affect other people positively, beautiful thing, positively. But when you start doing negative things to others, that's not freedom. So don't get it twisted. All right. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, and I'll get at y'all later with another video. Peace.